Welcome to the webinar. My name is Andreas Bitsarakis, and I am the Director of Broadband Spectrum here at Select Spectrum. Thank you everyone for taking time to join us today. This webinar will serve as a last call before comments are due to the FCC's NPRM regarding the 2.5 GHz band. We encourage any relevant educators or operators that are interested to participate in educators and broadband providers for American rural communities, also known as EBPARC, to reach out to us as soon as possible. EBPARC consists of educators and operators who do not currently hold 2.5 GHz educational broadband spectrum licenses, with a goal to help the FCC realize how important it is to keep EBS licenses in educators' hands. Today, we will be going over the FCC's NPRM and the effects it will have on the 2.5 GHz EBS, educational institutions, and ultimately rural America. Comments to the FCC's proceeding are due in 6 days on August 8th, 2018. It is essential to garner as much support in our effort as we can so our message can be strong as possible when presenting to the FCC. On May 10th, 2018, the FCC adopted a Notice of Proposed Rulemaking which consists of 3 filing windows. The first being a window for existing 2.5 GHz EBS licensees to expand their current geographic service areas. The second window would provide a chance for tribal nations located in unserved areas to acquire licenses, and the third window for educational entities that do not and have not had a chance to acquire a license in the past and are located in an area of the country unserved by 2.5 GHz educational broadband spectrum. The FCC's proposed rules will commercialize EBS, which will likely halt most rural deployments. The band was originally intended for educational purposes and is the only band dedicated to doing so. The FCC's third filing window will create mutually exclusive applications, and the result will be auctions that will include major national operators. What this means is if more than one educational institution applies for a license in a respective area, that the applicants would be then thrown into a commercial auction against large nationwide operators such as Sprint. Schools are not financially or procedurally prepared for this type of auction, and the result will ultimately be schools and colleges being stripped of the opportunity. Keep in mind that a little under 10 years ago, Sprint entities won 74% of licenses in the 2.5 GHz auction. Sprint has not been focusing on rural areas of the country and has only been pointing their energy towards urban population-rich markets. The simple solution to this problem is to have a first-come, first-served application window. Realize that schools and colleges have been waiting for this opportunity since 1995, while other educational entities in roughly half of the nation were already given this opportunity. If schools and rural operators band together to let the FCC and Congress know why this is an issue and suggest the first-come, first-served solution that we just spoke about, there is still time to preserve the educational nature of the spectrum. Educators and Broadband Providers for American Rural Communities, also known as EBPARC, is an informal coalition founded by Select Spectrum consisting of commercial operators and educators that do not currently hold EBS licenses, who partner with each other to encourage the FCC to proceed in a way that continues to benefit education and rural American communities. The goal of EBPARC is to influence the FCC to issue new licenses to schools in unserved areas of the country at the earliest possible date. When time comes for schools and colleges to apply for a license, Select Spectrum vows to assist with the process at no charge. Now let's revisit some of the benefits of obtaining a EBS license. The vast majority of these licenses are in rural areas, and they can be used to provide broadband access to unserved or underserved areas, which will benefit students, faculty, and residents of the community. The licenses can be leased to a commercial operator, and this would result in lease royalty payments to the license holder. The FCC states that a part of the license is reserved for educational use. This is typically accomplished by the operator giving the license holder free devices to be used on their network or service credits to access the network. There is a small percentage of license holders that build and maintain their own networks, like we've already stated. Most license holders elect to lease their licenses to commercial operators due to the expense of building and maintaining a network, but it is an option for those who have the funding. We need the help of educational institutions and rural ISPs primarily because many educational institutions are unaware of EBS licenses and the benefits of owning one. We need the educational institutions to tell the FCC why this is important to their educational mission. Schools have been waiting decades for this opportunity, and now the FCC's proposed rulemaking will potentially strip them of it. The objective is to preserve the educational nature of the spectrum and to provide rural America with much needed wireless coverage. Parties that wish to participate in EBPARC should contact me. The first thing I will do is we'll verify a new license could be issued in your area, and we can begin working to file comment to the FCC in a unified manner. If you have interest in doing this, it is important to act fast as comments are due by the 8th of August. That is our presentation, and I thank you all for taking time to attend this webinar.